What's up, dirty dogs?
What up, everybody? Good morning. Here with Audit LA, a little early before the meeting. Let's see. Here's
on. It doesn't necessarily just mean, looking up the information and doing it themselves, although you may be doing some of that anyway. But you also should be not assisting them in any form, including traffic control and such. And I've certainly defined that as assisting them. And I don't know why McDonald doesn't think that's assisting them, because it certainly is. All right, so we got the consent agenda. So on the consent agenda today,
bro, can he have his phone any closer to his face?
You won't even give these records to us when we ask for them. I've submitted multiple CPRA requests in the past. Most of the time, it takes a year and a half to get anything. And I've had them tell me that it would violate my privacy to send me a video of them violating my rights. That it would violate my privacy to send me a video of them violating my rights. That's an actual thing I've heard from the LAPD CPRA even at before. So yeah, we've got more tools for the SWAT team to go in the water. How long do they even go in water? It was like $12,000 for this. I never hear them going in water. What are we doing? So they can go arrest sharks or something here? We have $514 for one night in Palm Springs for the chief. $514 for one night in Palm Springs. What are you doing on these things?
Daniel, he looks more like the killer from Last Action Hero.
Good morning. So if I heard this correctly, Commissioner Sanchez,
Daniel,
you were praising the chief for a critical incident video. Something that is required by policy. Now, he does his little Hollywood edit to it, right? I would prefer he just release a body-worn video as is and treat us like adults and let us make up our minds, but he produces those videos because he thinks there are some idiots that will fall for it. You fit the bill. As for you, Vice President, you mentioned that
that's him, Daniel.
By the 403 civilian personnel that are being laid off. You know how many actual street cops are being laid off? How many cops are being laid off? Zero.
What's his fucking name?
403 civilian personnel being laid off. Why? Because they are not represented by the LAPPL. That's why. But it's a scam because now, like he said, he's going to take uniform officers and have them do that job at time and a half.
Tom Noonan, that's his name. Tom Noonan.
Money off of it. They're making bank. The LAPPL.
Bro,
no,
that's him.
LAPPL runs up. They actually run the mayor too. The whole reason why
that's him without his mask.
This new budget is structured that way is because she took our money, $1 billion of our dollars.
No, not this guy.
And paid the LAPPL for an endorsement, and that's a fact.
No, Daniel, I'm talking about Tom Noonan.
Because LAPPL wants it.
Not the film the police guy.
Go easy on cops and improve morale. So he has these working groups right now that are made up of 10 people, 5 of them LAPPL directors, who are going into command staff and kicking out certain command staff. From my understanding,
Ripper.
you can hear it from me first.
Jack.
We are in the process of having a vote of no confidence by command staff against Barney Rubble right here.
Barney Rubble.
I saw you yesterday at the budget meeting. I noticed that you were sitting next to Craig Lally, the president.
Clapping like a seal.
You were sitting next to because that is the order. He runs you. And like I've been told by many people, the LAPPL is in your office on a regular basis, overthrowing all types of complaints. All of them. Yeah, you can shake your head, but it's the truth. He runs your ass. The LAPPL runs your ass, just like they run the mayor. I was talking about Ralph Campos last week, who was the LAPPL director. I was talking about his business. He's got another business, 911 Entertainment. His business partner over there, you guys gave a commendation to not so long ago, a SWAT officer, when he was in Rampart Crash, who kidnapped the kid and took him to a rival gang area, dropped him off, and he was killed. And then he hid it for 5 years. And now he works on the fucking SWAT team? Jesus. You guys are disgusting.
Embarrassing.
Andrew Graebner, everybody. Andrew Graebner.
Hi, yes. What items did you have to speak on?
Bro looks just like Tom Noonan. All right, guys. The other meeting's starting right now, so we're going to stop this one here. Give me a moment here. We're going to go to our normal meeting as the shenanigans start. I know, Stinks. Leave me alone. You just ate, buddy. Come on. I'm not feeding you again.
Thank you, Council President. Please stand
Awesome.
if you're able.
Hear
If
that
you're ready,
sound?
whenever your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance.
Bro, the sound is terrible. That's not me. It should be on. That's all them. And they're fantastic, DEI hire.
All right, Mr. Clark, let's run through the agenda.
Sounds like we're talking in a fishbowl this morning.
Mr. President, items 1 through 11 are items
Yeah,
noticed
he's
for
just
public hearing.
acting crazy.
Items 12 through 36
already
are
ate
items for which public hearings have been
2
held.
times
Items
since 6
37 through
o'clock.
53 are items for which public hearings have not been held. Items 54 and 55 are closed session items already considered by the Budget and Finance Committee. 10 votes are required for consideration.
All right, without objection, those items are now before us. Specials, members, do members have any items they'd like to call special? Councilmember Hutt.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to call item 26 a special continuing till tomorrow, Wednesday, April 23rd.
All right, without objection.
Stinks' birthday tomorrow. Oh, thanks.
Councilmember Hernandez.
Gotta go get you something
Council
fun.
President, I'd like to call item 39 special for a separate vote, please. Thank you.
All right, Councilmember McCosker.
Yeah, they're in a room across the street, I
Items
believe.
20 and 24,
Bradley.
each for comments.
Okay, 20 and 24. Councilmember Park.
Geez, face is so red.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to call item 27 special for
Well, the
an
chief's a
amendment.
little
It
puppet.
is being
You know me, I
circulated
back
or
the
will be
badge. But that
shortly.
dude
Okay.
told you he was going to be
27 for an
a
amendment.
little knee bender.
Councilmember Price.
And he's proving it to you. He's a little knee
President,
bender.
out of an abundance of caution, I'm recusing myself from item 32 and 34 because it's unclear who is working on these projects. I'm recusing myself from item 51 because my wife's employer has previously worked with a listed organization.
Of course.
All right. Councilmember Yaroslav.
Of course, he's a...
Thank you, Council President. I
He's
ask you
outta
to
here.
continue item 1 for 1 week. And
Really quickly, guys, just the people on YouTube, is the monetization button there? I'm just asking. Don't want you to donate. I just want to know because I got a thing saying that they're going to take the monetization away again. Just
All
asking.
right.
Is it there?
Any other specials members? Councilmember Hurtado.
Council President, I'd like to call item 16
What's up,
special
Richard?
to continue it to Tuesday, April 29th. Call item 21 special to continue it to April 29th as well.
That's
Call
great,
item
Richard.
37 special to continue it to Tuesday, May 13th, and hold item 53
What's
on
up,
the
Jeff?
desk, please.
Yes, it is there. Okay. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you. For now.
We got that, Mr. Clark?
For the next day
Yes,
or
sir.
so. They
All right.
sent me a
Any
video
other
to
specials,
watch
Mr.
telling me that if I don't
Councilmember
comply, that they're going to take the monetization again.
33 special for brief comments before we vote.
I guess comply
All right.
means
Councilmember Lee.
stop putting Clowncil and
Councilmember Nazarian.
stop calling them communist, which they are. Oh, look who just walked
Item
in.
number 2, please.
Mr. Herman,
Like to hold on the table to make a change.
who did give us
Okay,
a
so you
Smoke and
want an
Scout
amendment
shout
for
out.
two,
I
but
heard
it
it
hasn't
on
been
Audit
circulated
LA's
yet?
channel.
Okay.
It said
So we'll
smoke and
expect an amendment on
scan.
item
What is
number
the
2
scam?
from Council District 2.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Got it. All right. Any others? All right. Given that, Mr. Clerk, what items are available to vote on at this time?
I'll donate my dick for his wife to suck, Joe.
Mr. President, the Council may now consider items
Suck it.
12 through 15,
Little fake doctor suck it.
17 through 19, 22,
Yes, they are. Clown.
23, 25,
Wow, travel guy.
29
Look
through
at that.
31,
It's working.
35, and 36.
Dang, travel guy. Thank you
All right.
so much.
Those items are now before
Always
us.
so
Let's open
kind,
the roll.
man. Thank you.
Close the roll.
Kind
Tabulate
words,
the vote.
huge donation.
12 ayes.
So supportive. Thank you, travel guy. I really
right, what's
appreciate
next?
you. Tons, let's
The
go.
Council
Thank you,
may
Tons.
now also take up item
good to see you, Tons. Happy
28
Taco Tuesday.
to adopt the Budget and Finance Report.
All right. That item is before us. Let's open the roll.
Yeah, now
Close the roll.
What they actually do is they send me a little thing saying YouTube has a private video for you and you only. And I was like, I didn't want to click on it at first. I'm like, great, is this like a link to some other shit? So finally I clicked on one and said, fuck it. And it's telling me that if, that the changes of the terms and agreements are now changing again. And if I don't comply, it's not me basically. It doesn't say smoke and scan. It's just, you know what I mean? It's a general, video that they're sending to everybody. And, so I just got that one yesterday. I can play it for you.
Items.
All right. If we can read those items into the record and call the roll.
Yes, sir. 54 in the case entitled Jane Doe versus Juan Carlos Ramirez et al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $500,000 in settlement. 55 in the case entitled Deshaun Seward versus the City of Los Angeles et al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $375,000 in settlement.
$375.
All right. Let's open the roll.
That's it. Okay.
Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
Very important to us. Due to changes in YouTube's monetization policy, you need to read the updated agreement to maintain the ability to monetize your content. A detailed document is available at the link in the description of this video. You have 7 days from the date of the email notification to confirm your agreement to the new terms. If you fail to do so within the specified period, the monetization of your videos may be temporarily suspended. Thank you for your attention.
There you go.
McCosker as well.
There you go.
On this one, we can go.
And you know what's the best is there's no link on this video.
Thank you very much.
You just click on the video, it plays. That's that. There's no link.
Chairmember Park of the Triple T. I did speak on this issue in Triple T, and I will speak once again.
Comes
briefly,
from
but
YouTube,
add
Randy.
a little bit of nuance because I believe staff is working on these. Item 24 is really two separate sections of the
Tom
charter
Noonan's played in
that
a lot of
relate
stuff. He's a great
to
actor.
how the port relates to our local community. One section has to do with the PAIP, or the Public Access Investment
But it's a
funds
video
that come
from
the
them.
port.
When you click on it,
And
takes
what
it to
we are
the
looking
takes you
do
to the
with this
YouTube
provision
site.
is
Like
to
if you click
place
on their
those provisions
email
in the
address.
charter so that they cannot be removed by future mayors or future commissioners. And again, it's an act of good
it's
faith
bogus?
today, and it's being carried out. But I want to make sure that for future generations, the port continues to invest in our local communities to reduce that harmful interface of industrial uses.
It has
with the
a
human
video,
beings
like you could
in
watch the
Wilmington and
video.
Harbor City and San
The video is
the port.
guy. I could play the video.
But
I
very,
just
very
played you
closely
the audio.
related to community
Watch the
relationships
video. The Indian
is
CEO
a provision
guy.
within the charter that would require the harbor commissioners to expressly analyze before they issue a permit how many jobs are at a particular terminal or in the operation, how many jobs will be created during the construction, because that's always the argument. But then most importantly, how many jobs will there be after this new terminal or this new amendment or this new activity occurs? And it is not designed to say that you have to create those jobs.
How does YouTube?
But it is
How do you get
designed to
scammed
say
on YouTube?
You have to discuss it. You have to analyze it. You have to put it out there. It has to be part of the calculation, because we, as the Port of Los Angeles, are really just stewards for the entire state of California. We manage that property in trust for the
Jamie,
state of California.
it's the way you guys give me money
It
now.
needs to work for the people that live in and
Just
around
donations.
the port. Not just in the
You don't
PIIP,
see,
but also in job
commercials,
creation
do you? Ever?
and the ability of folks
commercials
to
on my videos.
live
None.
and have fruitful lives.
You shouldn't.
I will also say that given the announcement yesterday that we will see an executive director to the Charter Commission and that we will see appointees to the Charter Commission, I think it's going to be important for us to fold some of this analysis into that activity. So I urge your aye vote.
Thank you so much, Mr. McCosker. Seeing no other speakers on this item, let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
All right.
It is from YouTube, Julio.
The council can take up item 33, called special by Councilmember Rahman for comments.
Councilmember Rahman.
Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to speak on this item, which is about the administration of time-limited subsidies, which are a big part of our
How does someone
homelessness
steal a
investments. And I
channel?
just wanted to share with everyone
work?
around this horseshoe about some changes that have been made in the program, because I think it is an important lesson for how we think about our homelessness spending going forward.
Lessons you don't even need.
Time-limited subsidies are 2-year rental subsidies that help people who are either on the
I'm not
streets or
playing
in
them.
interim
They won't allow
housing
me.
move into permanent housing.
I've turned
They're
all that
offered
off
case
anyway.
management, and the idea is that over time, they'll be able to pay for that unit by themselves or potentially find other ways to support staying off the streets. 2 years ago, when we looked at the utilization of time-limited subsidy funds, our office found that 45 to 60% of the funds only had been utilized, meaning that the leftover funds across the entire system
Utilized. You
could have
remember
housed an additional
Idiocracy?
3,000
You want a
people.
utilizer?
So
You
we
remember.
asked for better data and monitoring. We also asked for changes to the program that would help it be more functional. And thanks to those changes, which include giving the slots for time-limited subsidies to people only after they've secured a unit, this year we are on track for 88 to 93% utilization of those funds, which is great. I bring this up not because I think it's controversial
Ma'am,
that
nothing
this
you do
program
is
is
great.
getting
And
better.
I mean
In fact,
nothing.
It's wonderful.
Nothing you do in your life is
Because so many
great.
people around this body bash the homeless services system without offering, I think, opportunities for the
This
system to
body.
get better with monitoring and resources and data and accountability. And I just want to say that we can do better, and we are doing better, and we will continue to do better. But I think we need to move away from platitudes and really work towards doing the detailed work to make this system work for all Angelinos. Thank you.
You know, if it was a
All right, thank you so much, Madam
spoof or whatever,
Chairwoman.
you'd click on the email,
Seeing
and
no
the
other
email
speakers on
wouldn't
this
be
item,
from
let's
YouTube.
open the roll.
It'd be like
Close the
Jonathan
roll.
Jenkins.
Tabulate the vote.
Oh, there's 3 in shrimp.
12 eyes.
All right, what's next?
The
We're not gonna
council
spoof
may
YouTube's
take up
email
items
address.
32 and 34 with Councilmember Price recusing.
All right.
Yeah, I'm breaking up some weed right now.
All right, Mr. Price is recused for
course he's
these
recused.
items, so let's open the roll.
Shout out to Mr. Price
Close
for
the
never
roll.
doing nothing.
Tabulate the vote.
11 eyes.
All right.
I wish
Bring
I had a
Mr.
job where I
Price
could just
back.
walk in,
What's
recuse
next?
myself, and be out. Get
Mr. President, I
200K.
believe the
I need
only
that.
item left open would be item 20 for Councilmember McCosker. But if that is...
Well, we'll do that
Then when
after
people
public
question
comment.
it, I can call
All
it
right.
racist.
So it sounds like we're prepared to go to public comment.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, that's racist. You commented on me. That's racist.
To people providing public comment, when it is your
Always,
turn to speak,
Diane.
please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items open for public comment. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the council president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we will move on to the next speaker.
Why wouldn't you just
The
record
items
it
on
and
the
play it
agenda that
every
are
day?
open
You know,
for public
people, so you
comment
can
are
have
items
enjoy some
2
coffee while
through
it's
11
playing or something.
and items 38 through 53. So again, the items that are open for public comment on the agenda are items 2 through 11 and items 38 through 53. Item number 1 and item number 37 have been continued. Members of the public may also have up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the other items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction. I have a couple more announcements if I could have the interpreters make this one aloud. If you require a Spanish language interpreter, please make sure to pause every few sentences.
What about
so the
Mandarin or
interpreters can
Cantonese
interpret.
for 3 in shrimp?
Si usted requiere de interpretación en español, le pedimos que por favor haga una pausa cuando hable para que el intérprete pueda traducir lo que está usted diciendo.
Don't worry, we'll pause your time while the interpreters are doing their job, so you will get the same amount of time as everyone else.
No se preocupe porque el tiempo de interpretación no contará y
Brandy,
usted
I'll
va a
delete
obtener el mismo tiempo para hablar que los demás.
One final announcement for the room. In order to accommodate as many speakers as possible, we would ask that you please wait until you hear your name called by one of the staff before lining up on the left-hand side of council chambers. So once you hear your name called or the name that you signed up under called, please feel free to line up in any order on the left-hand side of council chambers. Thank you.
All right, we're good there.
I will now call names for public comment. Laura Esquivel, Armando Munoz, Bernald, Maria Gomez, Kate Hove, Alexa Washburn.
Smoke and scan. All right, so we got 3-inch shrimp. We got Mr. Herman. We know Audit LA is next door still. I'm watching her on her channel on the other screen, so she's still over there. I don't see Stacy in there.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
I'm just going to go ahead and give a public comment.
So you have, you said what?
Public comment.
So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, good morning, council members. How are you doing today? I'm pretty sure, as you guys know, it's been over 2 years already since we've been waiting for the living wage. Our understanding is it's still in the committee. We're hoping for it to come out anytime soon now. As you guys know, unfortunately, me, myself, I'm had to move out of LA because I can no longer afford living here. And thankfully, you know, I'm able to get a job, but unfortunately, it's not like that for Angelinos, especially airport workers that work at the airport. You know, they're like one paycheck away from losing where they live at, from
a lot of us
not
are.
even be able to afford their groceries. So I urge you to get this living wage ordinance passed over the committee because we can no longer live in this city no more. Thank you.
Before the next speaker speaks, I will call more names. Herman, Alessandro, Harriet Elliott, Maria Montes, Elise Swanson, Joe, George Bozzetti, Matthew Holm.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Thank you,
Buenos
OCB.
días, mi nombre es Laura
Happy
Esquivel.
Tuesday.
Señora, ¿de qué
Happy Tuesday.
temas quiere hablar?
Comentario público.
General Public Comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Tiene un minuto, adelante.
Mi nombre es Laura Esquivel y trabajo en el aeropuerto de Los Ángeles por 23 años.
My name is Laura Esquivel, and I've been working in the LAX airport for 23 years.
Estoy aquí para pedirles a los señores del concilio
I am here to ask council members
que por favor pongan esta póliza en la agenda.
to please put this policy in the agenda.
El salario digno que merecemos los trabajadores del aeropuerto.
The living wage, the worthy living wage that we deserve, the workers at LAX.
Ya llevo 3 años viniendo martes, jueves.
I've been coming here on Tuesday and Thursdays.
Yo trabajo de noche, pero no me interesa. Esto es muy necesario para nosotros los trabajadores.
I work at night, but that doesn't matter because this is something that we need and important for all workers.
Tengo que posponer mi tiempo de sueño.
I have to postpone my time for sleeping.
Pero quiero decirles que acaben con esta agonía que estamos sufriendo nosotros, por favor.
But I want to ask you to please help us to end this agony that we are suffering, all of us.
Necesitamos vivir dignamente.
We need to live worthily.
Necesitamos que este living wage pase ya.
We need that this living wage is passed already, right now.
La renta, la comida.
The rent and the food.
Por favor, no se olvide de nosotros y háganlo un sueño realidad.
Please do not forget about us and make this dream come true for us.
Good morning, Speaker. Which items would you like to speak to? Oh, can we? Just 1 second.
Getting the speech ready.
Try it again?
It's for public comment.
Yes.
Public comment.
So, public comment? Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Bernard, and I am an LA native, but I briefly had a short stop in Orange County where I learned about the importance and value of public engagement in civics. I love LA, however, it's much larger, and there there, the council meetings were bi-monthly. 5:30 twice a month is vastly different from 10 a.m. 3 times a week. It's so huge. I would like to explicitly request some assistance with identifying the correct department to ensure that I speak with the correct person in Council District 10, please. Thank you. Go Bruins.
Go Bruins. Go Bruins.
And before the next speaker begins, so I just want to make an announcement aloud to the room. I expect that we are going to hear some offensive things over the next 4 minutes. So for members of the public, if you would like to pop in your earphones, watch a YouTube video, do whatever you'd like. If you'd like to take a look at the rotunda for the next 4 minutes, you are more than welcome to do so and come back after this next speaker.
Whatever you do, don't pay attention to him.
In the meantime, we will listen to them as we're required to do.
You know, you're not required to
You
say
have
that.
3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment.
It's up to them, being adults.
Thank you for the impermissible prior restraints and making people hate me. That's your hate speech, Mr. Attorney? Is that the best you could do to tell people to hate me for my speech?
So this is not on the agenda. You're welcome to speak to it during general if you'd like.
I'm talking about homelessness and the people in the budget that it affects. People that don't have a place to go and live and pay the rent. It's very hard to find a house in LA. It's so expensive. And it's not right that we have no conditional exemplary to pay for our shit with a mayor fucking budget of $1 billion. Then item 38, you jackass McCosker. Canyon Sunshine Operation and Amenities. Fuck 38. Fuck 39. Fuck 40. Fuck 41. Fuck 42. Fuck 43 and CD 14. Where's the goddamn engineer to fix my fucking curb and ramps? Miss, whatever her name is, Gerardo. And we should have all you sitting down to vote after we're done with this. Look at item 45, jackass. Ordinance first consideration. The physical impact report. Fuck the mayor. Fuck the reports. And fuck the effects until after the ordinance because there's nothing left to live for. Look at item 47. Fuck the city engineer. Look at 48. Fuck the city engineer. Look at item 49. Fuck the city engineer. Look at item 51. An exemption. Municipal facilities in the what? Watt station. You're not safe to go to these places anymore because fucking people get stabbed. Fucking people don't listen like Hugo and Hunt. It's all fucked up. And where are the voters? Is the clerk going to vote for you again, Miss Rodriguez? Ms. Orlowski and Soto? Get in your fucking chair. The Department of the General Attorney to execute a sale agreement of $2.75 million. Fuck you. That's our money. We vote where our money goes, not where the fucking cunt mayor who fucked up on the budget talking about the 400 officers that she can't deploy to protect us for our safety. Yeah. And the last item, 52, 53, for the record, fuck you.
General public comment.
Free speech, the Supreme Court cases under Moody versus Net Choice, LLC, 2024. Look at the California legislation information, California Constitution, Article of Rights, Section 1, Section 32. Look at all the California Supreme Court cases involved with speech, notability, Rubin versus Green, Silberg versus Anderson. Fuck you, Los Angeles. Look at the defamation, libel, slander, and the slap. of disguises you guys fraudulently put against the public. And look at here, California Legislative Information Government Code Section 5001-57607. Politely, fuck you, fuck the Pope was dead, fuck 88 years, you worthless piece of shit, God hates you, you're going to hell, Snyder versus Phelps, fuck.
And your time has expired. Next speaker.
And by the way, Twitch guys, if you're looking for the emojis of me smoking, holding the cat, or the one with the joint, that's all gone. Twitch took all the emojis away from us, by the way.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Lisandro
Shout out to
Presa,
Bezos and the
I
dick
work at
rockets that he
LAX,
builds.
and I am a member of Unite Here Local 11. I have been coming for months asking to not delay the Olympic wage, yet it hasn't been agendized, and workers have been waiting for over 2 years. My rent just went up $200 last month, and I'm still struggling to pay for monthly medication and rent. To my coworkers and myself, it seems we don't matter to you. I thought we would be in the agenda today, but workers are being passed on and left to the mercy of corporations. Please put us in the agenda. We need this raise now.
Yeah, they just decided they sent me like 7 emails, and each one had a different emoji in it saying this one's against the rules, this
Good
one's
morning,
against the rules, that
Honorable
one's
Mr.
against the
President
rules.
and council members. I'm here
So
to
they're all
speak on
gone.
item 20, adoption of the One San Pedro specific
I didn't
plan.
take them off. I just wanted to let you know
My
that.
name's Alexa Washburn. I'm Chief Development Officer with National Community Renaissance. Together with the Housing Authority of the City of Los Angeles, nonprofit Century Housing, and the Richmond Group, together we are the One San Pedro
It's
Collaborative,
just for me, I guess, guy.
responsible for redeveloping the San Pedro public housing complex. The One San Pedro specific plan
Anything
that is
involving
before you
weed,
this morning
smoking.
is a bold,
No.
community-led vision that will transform San Pedro for generations to come.
Yeah, Sam, because
The
I have a
plan
joint
is
in
a
my mouth
direct
while I'm holding the
result of
cat
a
and the scanner. They took it out.
Multi-year tiered outreach and engagement process led not just by HACLA, planners and developers, but by the very people who call this community home. Residents, local businesses, neighborhood councils, and key stakeholders came together to shape a vision that reflects their needs, their priorities, and their aspirations. At its core, the plan is about the people. It ensures high-quality, deeply affordable housing while enhancing economic opportunities, public spaces, and community services.
So,
It prioritizes
Speaker, your
connectivity,
time has expired,
sustainability, and the long-term resilience.
You notice
do have
they're
to
gone,
give everyone
right?
the same amount of
You
time, so I
can't
apologize.
choose them. You used to.
I know that the
Those are
time goes
gone.
by quickly.
Yes.
For you or anybody else, if you have additional comments you'd like to make, everybody who's a member of the public is welcome to do so in writing at lacouncilcomment.com. You just follow the
I
instructions
hate
there.
success.
Okay.
Thank you.
I hate success that's not under their thumb and rule. Like, if you're a good little boy or girl and do it the way they say, they're all for it. But if you stray
Good
from
morning.
there,
I'm here
no
to
way.
Elise Swanson.
Well, you
I'm
can't
here
do
to
it on
speak
your
on
own.
general public comment in item number 20.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go
trailer
ahead.
trash. Thank you so
Good
much
morning,
for the
council
28
members.
months.
Elise Swanson, President and CEO of the San Pedro Chamber of Commerce. I'm also a resident of San Pedro, today urging strong support of item number 20 in your approval. Today is a huge celebration for our community as we pass a major milestone with these documents being in front of you today. As Alexa mentioned, the community came together to support the revitalization of this catalytic project on the LA waterfront, which will truly integrate an aging public housing project into our community as a vital neighborhood adjacent to downtown. The business community has been in strong support of this project. We're part of the One San Pedro Collaborative, working with residents, nonprofits, and community leaders to build this partnership and to support this project. Councilmember McCosker, thank you so much for the team from CD15, all of your work on the project. I also want to thank HACLA and the developers for this innovative approach.
So innovative. You're going the wrong way, woman. Jesus Christ. I keep telling you. Go the other fucking way.
So before the next speaker begins, Mr. Herman, I'm not going to warn you, but I'm just going to say, like everybody else, please hold your applause till after the speakers are done.
But when this room
Good
was
morning.
filled
Which
yesterday
item would
with
you like to
applause,
speak
hurry up and give the
Buenos
applause
días,
to
mi
this
nombre es
chick and
María
that chick.
Montes.
funny.
Y vengo representando
You
a
can
mi
applaud
comunidad
when
de
you
Rancho San
applaud when you
Pedro.
want. When they
Estamos
say it's
muy
okay.
emocionados.
Just like these
¿Sobre qué
sites.
tema quiere
When they
comentar?
deem it's okay, good. But if they don't deem it's okay, then fuck you. The same
Señora,
thing
¿quiere
here.
comentar, hacer
Communists.
comentario
They're
público
no
nomás?
different than YouTube, Twitch.
Sí, pues
I
nomás
help
estoy-
build those dick rockets
pues
that
hemos
don't
sido
even
un
go
largo
into
proceso
space. They
para
go to the
nosotros.
stratosphere.
Cada vez lo vemos más cerca y nuestro...
Then have dumb
Un
chicks
segundo.
come out and tell me how
yes,
they're fucking
just, general
astronauts.
public comment.
Katy Perry, stick
puede
to making
comentar
shitty
de
music.
Un minuto.
How about that? Just make some more shitty music. We don't give a fuck where you went.
Y cada vez vemos
You
más
and your
cerca
dumb friends.
que vamos a tener nuestros nuevos hogares, los cuales van a ser mucho mejores.
With each passing time, we will be much closer to having our new homes.
A los que tenemos ahora y darán más
Pally
vivienda
6, thank you, Pally. Thank you for some
which
more
will grant us
time.
more living spaces.
Back for more time.
a personas que necesitan y también más trabajos
For people who need them, and it would also grant more jobs
y muchas mejoras de recreaciones.
and also more recreation spaces and time.
Para nuestra comunidad también tendremos más aire limpio.
And for our community, we will also have cleaner air quality.
Yo soy uno de los residentes de casi más de casi 500 personas nos vamos a ver beneficiados.
And I'm one of the residents of about 500 people or more who will be the beneficiaries
Por este proyecto, agradezco el apoyo de ustedes
for this project, and I appreciate you guys' help.
porque créanme, van a hacer felices a muchas personas y muchas familias.
Because believe me, you will make many people and many families very happy.
Y también
Not in
a
11
estas
minutes,
nuevas,
Sam.
agradezco a la
Stratosphere.
comunidad que tuvimos la oportunidad de participar en los planes.
And I also would like to thank the community who
What's up,
had the
Mello?
opportunity to participate in these plans
De desarrollo y que nuestras voces fueron escuchadas.
for development and to have our voices be heard,
Thank you
Y
again, Pally.
nuestras opiniones también fueron tomadas en cuenta.
and as well as our opinions, which were taken into account.
Otra vez les agradezco mucho. Gracias.
Once more, I would like to say thank
All right,
you very
everybody.
much.
It's time for the second round. Let's go. Smoke. Oh, my laser lady girl.
I'm glad Nithya explained that she believes that
Which items
the
would you
housing
like to speak
crisis
to?
can be solved with the available system. What I'm going to, first of all, 4,
worked
and then
so
2,
good, well.
and then general
Worked
public
so well
comment.
so far.
Okay, so you
4.
have 2 minutes for items 2 and 4,
Okay.
and then you have 1 minute for general public
Okay.
comment. Go ahead.
Tell her to shut her mouth,
on
Ryan.
the street, there's a big sign, Karen Bass, resign now, then we'll turn the lights on. To me, this says that our mayor is being, there's a word for it, it's some kind of corruption going on, no one's talking about it. Obvious that she is being held responsible, and they will turn the lights on when she resigns. They hate her, okay? I think that we need to find out what that's about. Number 2, Herman also feels the same way. At least I heard from him before.
Herman.
The proliferation of alcoholic beverages, selling alcohol, but we don't need them. People are being, there's so much unemployment. Come on, you guys. My own case on general public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
Is I would like people to help me walk to, I think it's Topeka, the address of Faith Windsor, the last address of Faith Windsor. You can easily get it from any librarian, although sometimes they can and sometimes they can't. You can go to the librarian down at 4th level down, geneticist, and she'll give you the last living address of Faith Windsor, and you walk there. It's in Tarzana.
Oh.
It's south of Vermont. What is a huge thing? Anyway, it separates the rich from the rest of the valley. Anyway, if you walk in her last known abode, you'll see at a homeless encampment. That's what it looks like. It's obvious. It says Pig Turd Alley. Come on.
Pig Turd Alley.
Political science professor would never have anything like that. It's obvious. It's a homeless encampment took over after they killed her.
Shout out to Pig Turd Alley. And of course, Laser Lady.
Good morning.
Good
Which items
morning.
would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Yeah, from Topeka
1 minute, go ahead.
to Tarzan.
My name
Kansas,
is
right?
Lenore
Topeka?
Navarro Dowling. I'm a member of Immaculate Heart Community and a member of
Katy
Clergy,
Perry tried to buy their
and
place.
Laity United for Economic Justice and other worker organizations. For over 2 years, we've been advocating for a living wage for workers who serve the common good, who serve our city. And
Maybe
we want
Natalie.
you to affirm and realize that when their wages are raised, they will buy more. They are consumers also, and they need to be able to provide for families,
What's up, Red Eye?
for rent, and for their livelihood. Thank you for considering our request. Happy Earth Day.
Yeah, she got in a whole big fight with the nuns at Immaculate Heart. She was trying to buy a part of their property or something like that. It was all over the news about, I don't know, 2 years ago or something maybe. You just Google Immaculate Heart,
Good morning.
Katy
Which
Perry.
items
I'm
would
sure
you
it'll
like to
come
speak
up.
to?
Good morning. General public comment.
You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, honorable members of the City Council. My name is Matthew Hom, and I'm with Clergy and Laity United for Economic Justice. I'm here proudly to amplify the
Colonel
calls of the
Mustard
tourism workers you've heard this morning,
in the library
as
with
well
the
as Lenore
nightstick.
Dowling, and asking
candlestick.
the City Council, and especially the Economic Development and Jobs Committee, to move forward the tourism workers' living wage ordinance, which, as the workers have shared this morning, it's been just over 2 years. It was April of 2023 when this measure was first brought to the City Council. I just want to amplify that we're not just in solidarity with the workers because of our deeply held religious values of solidarity, which is a very important thing, but also we know that the coherence of our communities is threatened when the workers who are part of our communities and our congregations cannot afford to live in the city. And a living wage is good for the economy. The money that workers win, they put back into the economy, and it's good for everyone as we go into the Olympics. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to this victory. Thank you.
This is for you guys.
Good morning.
See,
Which
Immaculate
item would you
Heart?
like to speak to?
Well, you should know
See
what
that?
I'm speaking to. You don't
Damon's not a liar. Much as you hate him.
issues and
Much as you fucking hate him.
So I don't know which
Spindler just
items
walked
you're
in.
speaking to. You're welcome to speak to them during general public comment, but if you could identify which items you'd like to speak to, I'd appreciate
You
it.
don't have the list there?
Again, if you don't let us know, I'm going to give you 1 minute for general public comment.
I told you 17, the homeless issues, and 34. What is it, 17, 19, 34?
Well, that's the crazy guy
Item
from the other
17
day.
and item 19 are not open for public comment, but you can speak to them during general. You're welcome to speak
Well, what
to.
homeless issues can I speak
You're
to
welcome
then?
to speak to item 34, where you'll have 1 minute. So you have 1 minute for item 34 and 1 minute for general public comment. Go
Not
ahead.
a problem. I could take care of that.
So 10
Any
years
of you
ago,
fools
she
ever
bought
seen
it.
this? I think not.
I apologize. 34 is not open for public comment. Public hearing was
Oh, I
already
guess
held.
you
So
don't know what
have-
the hell you're doing, do you?
You have 1 minute for general public comment. Please restart his time.
You're just such a loser.
Mr. Spindler, do not interrupt. You just got into the room. Please do not interrupt any public speakers, including this speaker. This is your first and only formal warning. Go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Bro. He's already getting in
You
trouble.
people
Just
have
walked in.
put me in serious physical jeopardy for the last 10 years by refusing my elder abuse for the last 7 years. That your elder abuse people, like that filthy, rotten Laura Trejo and Montagnao over there, have told me for years I have the worst case of elder abuse you ever seen, and you won't do anything. They told me to go to the Attorney General. Attorney General sends me a letter back saying it's not his job to do what the Constitution says his job is. So you're going to receive this and this that gives you all the public speaking law, constitutional things. I know that you can't do your homework, Mr. Attorney, but now you are all mandated reporters, and if you don't report this elder abuse and make something happen within 2 days, you're all criminals, and the 4 of you have bar licenses. I'm going to take them, including you, bud. How about that?
I like
so
it.
maybe you should start reading this to find out how you steal the money.
I like it.
Oh, is that good enough?
So, speaking of your time has expired, if you have anything to provide to this council or to me, you
Don't
can
leave your
provide
shit
it
on
to
the
the
table.
sergeants. Go ahead. Next speaker.
And again, the astronauts for all the women.
So
It was
if
all
you
this
have
lady
something to
push, right?
provide
You
to
know
us,
I
you
love
need
the
to give
ladies.
it to
There's
the
nothing to do with
sergeants.
that. But
Next
somehow,
speaker.
some way, this lady doesn't care much for the fucking nuns that have been there for 40 fucking years. 40 years they've been there, right? My money can just steamroll you, and I care about women when I care about them, when I tell you to care about them.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning. I'd like to speak on the item of public comment.
So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Katy Perry.
Good morning, members of the council. The community of Los Angeles has reached their lowliest of lows by murdering the local wildlife. In their frustrations and uneducated emotional skills, they have turned to crimes against nature as a coping method. What we've done to ourselves is not nature's fault. Wildlife is innocent, and they have the right to live their lives as nature intended for them. The ocean and land of Los Angeles is their home too. We must learn another way to manage our feelings that isn't ending the lives of wildlife. I speak before you on this day because only we can hold ourselves accountable for our actions. Murdering wildlife is not the way.
Speaker, your time has expired. We have to move on to the next speaker. So,
She's still reading.
Unfortunately, you're now disrupting this meeting, so I'm going to ask that you please vacate the podium so we can move on to the next speaker.
Here we go. Get ready. He's going to rip him a new one. I know that.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning. I'll speak to 3, 4 in public comment.
Okay. So you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
So 3 and 4 relate to streets lighting. Last year, the budget, we cut $5 million from street lighting. And in this new budget, we're going to cut $3 million. And why? Why are we having to cut street lighting? Along with many other services, street services, transportation, sanitation. Have you guys looked at our streets lately? They are filthy. They are falling apart. They are in disrepair. And it's because of the mismanagement by the mayor and you people.
It's true. You ain't
now,
lying.
a couple of you will get a pass. Hugo is not here, of course. Eunices and Nithya, because you voted against that police budget, the police contract that put us in this situation. We have to spend $1 billion over the next 3 years paying for that contract, and at the same time, we have defunded our cities. We have defunded aging programs. We have defunded food programs for kids, and it's because of you. Great job, everybody. Now, shame on all of you for another reason.
Speaker, which items are you speaking to?
I was speaking to 3 and 4 there. General public comment.
You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Shame on all of you for not having Kenneth Mejia's back. Kenneth Mejia warned you guys, all of you, about our pending budget crisis. 18 months ago, we had record general fund reserves. Now we are in crisis with $1 billion deficit. You created that. Kenneth Mejia warned you guys, and the mayor said those were doomsday projections and theatrical projections. He was proven right. You were proven wrong. So now, Kenneth Mejia wants to audit Inside Safe, a program we have spent $367 million on and permanently housed 905 people. He wants to audit it. Karen Bass stands in the way of it, and none of you people are speaking up.
Good
what
luck,
are you
Richard.
going to make Karen Bass allow an audit of Inside Safe? The Inside Safe scam. It's because all your nonprofits are profiting off of it. Enjoy your
Next speaker.
Yeah, good luck, Richard, with that. You know, the coastal community, I mean, the Coastal Commission is going to be the biggest hurdle of all.
Good
They're
morning.
going to make
Which
sure
item
nobody
would you like to
rebuilds
speak to?
close
Yeah,
again.
is item 17 available for public
Item
comment?
17 is not open for public comment, but you can speak to it during
I'm
general.
watching out at LA
Is there-
now.
is there
She's
any
headed
other items
across
you'd
the
like to
street.
speak
I
to
don't know
as
if she'll
well?
make it in time,
Yeah,
though.
well, no, the same issue. Homeless, housing and homeless.
She still has to go across the
So-
street and around the building.
1
and
minute
in.
for general public comment. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so do we get to ask questions to council members?
Nope. It's not a back and forth.
Hold his time.
Councilmember
I think this is your first time here.
Blumenfield
The answer is no. This is not a Q&A
Okay.
session.
So I can't
You have-
Bass player,
ask
thank
a
you.
question to
No,
Councilmember
you can't. So I'm going to start your time now. You
Thank you.
restarted
Thank you.
time. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
All right.
Thank you,
so
Bass.
Basically, I'm a constituent of Councilmember Blumenfield. I'm in the Reseda Tiny Homes right in back of his office. Good morning, sir. I've tried to talk to you, but I had to come here, all the way down here, to express my concerns about the treatment of the homeless, especially at Reseda Tiny Homes.
It looks
I
like
can't
me.
get into all the issues.
What do you guys think? Does that look like me?
Has anyone ever been homeless? Raise your hands.
Like my brother. Long lost.
Anyway, we are treated poorly. It's mismanaged. It's the hope of the mission. I call it hopeless of the mission because they're not doing. I've been homeless. I've been at the Reseda Tiny Homes for a year. Oh, I got 9. For over a year. And do I get more time or no?
No.
No. Yeah. Anyway, and I was
So, Speaker,
denied elderberry.
We both have that
so your
Papa
time's
Smurf
hold on.
vibe.
Just
We
if
o-
you could
we both
hold on
got
just a second,
Papa
sir.
Smurf vibes.
If you could wait over there on the right-hand side, I think somebody's going to come talk to you. So don't worry. Okay.
Here we go. Viewer discretion is advised.
All the items in general comment.
Mr. Spin, I'm going to ask, which name did you sign up under?
Who gives a shit? For one of the names.
I do, because we use a random generator to determine, like, to select people and then determine the order. So which name did you sign up under?
Required to even sign up to speak at this meeting. at
Okay,
all.
this is your last chance. Please let us
I
know
am
which name you
under the
signed up
Brown
under so we
Act.
can make
My
sure the
First
name was
Amendment
called.
attorney.
Or I'm going to
My-
say that
my
you're
First
disrupting this
Amendment
meeting.
attorney
So again,
says I do
this is
not
your
have to
last opportunity. I'm asking you politely, which name did you sign up under? It doesn't have to be your real name. Which name did you sign up?
I don't have to sign up to speak at this meeting under the law.
Okay, so again, you've been warned already. I'm going to warn you a second time. You're now disrupting this meeting. We're asking you for the name that
Come
you
on.
signed up under so that we
Give
can
him
run
any
public
meeting.
comment in an
Give him a
orderly
name.
fashion. We can't have people jumping the line. So
I'm not jumping the line.
that's it. This is your
I'm not
final
jumping the
warning.
line.
Okay? Please vacate the podium. Or you can let me know which name you signed up under, and we can confirm whether or not it was
Which one?
called.
Give me a name.
Okay. Mr. Spindler, I need you to vacate the podium.
All right.
I'm sorry, you signed up as what?
Is Goat Puppet okay?
Did we call Goat Puppet yet?
No.
Did the generator...
Yeah, you did. But I don't have to.
Mr. Spindler, this is not your time. Do not disrupt this. Stafford, did we call Goat Puppet already?
No, we didn't.
That name was not called, but it is in the queue.
Okay, so, but it was not called yet. Again, we use, for everybody who's here, we use a random generator to determine the order, as that is the most fair way to make sure that,
You're awesome,
people have an
Cat.
equal opportunity to speak. So, your name has not been called. Please vacate the podium. All right.
You're
Mr.
disrupting the
President,
meeting.
you-
This
Thank
is
you
your
so
first
much.
and last
I haven't
warning.
seen him,
Mr.
Cat.
President, he's actually already been warned twice.
Oh,
so,
All right,
on.
so Mr. Spindler, you're out.
Man, come on. We get jacked. All right, give him 5 minutes of hell. Give him 5 minutes of hell. Or you leave.
Mr. Spindler continues to disrupt the meeting, even though he's been asked to leave.
Damn straight, he should.
He continues to disrupt the meeting.
Damn, they muted him. Motherfuckers. That's them muting, guys. God damn it. See, that's their new get down. They're not going to show you what's going on. They're not going to let you hear it either in case of a lawsuit. Mm-hmm. So much for transparency. I mean,
So,
you see my
members
hands
of
are
the
here.
public, we appreciate your continued patience. again,
Commies.
we have
Communist
to enforce
Party
the rules
right here.
equally. As everybody else has signed up, we've had their names called. All we did was ask Mr. Spillmiller to give us the name that he signed up under, and it did not have to be his real name. He refused to do so.
Thank you again, Kat. Yeah. Inclusion, right? All about inclusion, right?
Mr. Spindler, we need you to exit the room so that we can continue
You're
the meeting.
inclusive if you need bed. Damon, 3 years wearing? Huh? I don't understand what you're saying, Rich. Just communists. You don't knee bend to their rule? No go. Callie, she's on her way right now. Problem is she likes to go to the other meeting, and now she's on her way there. I don't think she's going to make it in time. She's literally, I don't know, 100 feet. I'm watching her. She's 100 feet from the door of the building that she needs to be in. So I think she likes to go to the other one because
Mr.
they're all
Spindler,
there.
we've now been delayed
And
at
for
least
her to get
4
over
minutes,
there
and you're
to
taking
there,
time
it takes
away
time.
from the public who was here to listen to this meeting and the other speaker.
Mr. Herman, when he's done, he walks right out of
And
that
all
room.
you have to do is follow the
Goes
rules.
right here. So that's why I think you haven't seen her. She did get in trouble that one time, and it wasn't even her fault. They gave her the mic. They told her to speak, then they told her not to speak. Give me the mic back. I'm telling you, these people are communists. I keep telling you that. You think I say it just to fucking say it, just to be mean. No, it's called
Speaker,
being
which name
real.
did you sign up under?
It's called being realistic.
My name is Mia Khalifa.
Hold on. Did we call that name as well?
I didn't hear
That name was not called, but it is in the queue.
Okay, again, that name wasn't called, so you need to wait until the names are called. We use a random generator to determine the order in which people speak.
Bullshit. You guys are picking. You're cherry picking the names. Don't give me this shit that you have some random generator picking the names. You fucking liar. I'd like to see him under oath and say that. I want to see him in a court of law say that, and I want to see it. I want to see the random generator
Are
work.
there any additional names?
Firsthand. I want to see it.
No, that concludes public comment.
Of course. Of course.
All right.
So
Councilmember Jurado.
So he didn't get to speak either. You saw how that
Council
worked?
President, I'd like
saw how
to
that
give
worked?
a huge welcome
You saw how that
to
worked?
the high school students from
Who
the
gives a shit
Colburn
about your high school students? You cop-hating cunt. This cop-hating cunt fell asleep, I don't know, what is it, 60 days into her job? Literally, I have a picture of her up of fucking falling asleep. She's asleep. Her eyes are closed. Her head's to the side. Sitting right there in the horseshoe. I'd rather have the racist Kevin De Leon back, at least. At least he did something. At least he pretended to want to be there and sucked up to everybody. You're just the cop-hating cunt. That's all you are. You saw how that worked? So now he doesn't get to speak. Now he's back there arguing with Grote. Don't tell me these people aren't communists. They're all there because they're of the color of their skin or how super gay they are. That's why they're there. Not because they were the best for the job. There's no way he was the best for the job. He was the biggest puppet of color. And remember, black's not a color, so I don't know why you call them people of color. There's another one for you. These people are all communist fucking pigs. Anti-American motherfucking knee-bending subhuman sacks of dog shit. That's what these folks are. Okay? And now, check this out. Hold on. Now, you have a handicap fucking exit that's fucking closed both ways. How does she get in and out? Hopefully she can get through there. How about fire safety laws, fire chief? Where the fuck's the fire chief? Don't let there be a fire in there and let her get hurt, because then that's millions of our dollars. And she's now coming in, and she won't realize that she's too late. Doesn't matter anyways. And she may not have been too late had they gave the last two speakers, which of course they waited to call because of the random generator. Now she won't get to speak. Had they get their time, that 6 minutes, she'd be rolling in right now just in time. Right? If somebody signed her name up. That's how it is. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. That aggravates me. I'm not a smart man, but I know when you're lying. I told you, I wasn't born with a whole lot of brains, a whole lot of bright smarts in my mind. You know, I don't have a Mensa-type mind, okay? But I have a fantastic bullshit meter. Fantastic. Probably best in the world. I may not call you on it to your face. I'll just smile and, okay. But I know when I'm being fucking manipulated or fucked with or lied to. And these people are nothing but that. Old Buckethead, I'm sure he's telling you how awesome he is and how the 1-5 is this and that. And I got my Clinton thumbs because, you know, I'm a Democrat idiot. And that's what we do. We get the little starter kit. They tell us how to hold our hands and to put the mask on and all that stupid shit. Here's your chant sheet when you go to the Puppets for Palestine meeting. Yeah. That's all in the Democrat starter kit. It sure is. The code words now, so we can't say Trump. We won't say Trump. We'll say tariff. Okay? Code word for Trump. Remember, yesterday you had the mayor come out and tell you that because of tariffs, we're down $1 billion. Because of tariffs now. Somehow, some way in 1 year, even though he ain't even been president for a year, it's the tariffs that have done it. Even though the first fucking few months of his presidency, the tariffs weren't even in effect. But it was the tariffs. Always the orange fucking guy. Always the orange guy. These people will never look in the mirror and see what actual losers they are. They're all losers. Every last one of them. This Buckethead is here because he's Irish or whatever fucking background he's got and because he has no top lip, not because he was the best Irishman, because he was the next puppet in line. Okay? There's plenty of people of all walks of life that are smart and bright, but they don't want those people. They want the knee-bending idiot that will do anything, that will suck the cock when you say, how you say, and how long you want it for. That's what they want. That's what they want. If they really wanted people that did things, they'd have them. And those people would end up either making the city better or change things completely, and they don't want that. They want that. They've got their little mold in place. They don't want the mold broken. And hopefully both 3-inch Shrimp and Spindler sue them for what happened here today. Hopefully. Give them more of my money. I mean, somebody else is going to take it. Somebody else is going to take our money through a lawsuit anyway, so it might as well be them. Get Mr. Herman a fucking new home. If he's homeless, get him a new home. On our dime. Dow's up 765. Good. Hopefully all the Democrats lost every fucking dollar so their kids will go fucking poor in the street. Their kids are beggars anyways. So what the fuck is the difference? That's what they want. They are them. They're domestic and foreign terrorists, HW. Don't think they aren't, because they absolutely are. There she is. She's now getting into the room right now. Okay, as soon as she opens this door, Audit LA will be in the room. And that's what I said. You're long gone. Long gone.
Ayes?
All right, and
the second vote is on the substitute motion.
All right, the motion is now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll.
I'm angry at anybody getting held off age 7. Even those disgusting subhuman Democrats deserve their 1 minute to speak, or their 2 minutes on the agenda items and their 1 minute of general public comment.
All right, let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
I don't realize how tall you are.
All right, what's next?
Item 53.
I know, but I had to stay there to get myself kicked out of police. I got myself kicked out because Laura Pham went up there and she told them, like, I am...
Douglas Spann, thank you.
Like, coming here, being a victim of Scientology, I have PTSD, and I'm feeling
Not
it
me,
right
Douglas.
now. And she was,
it's
caffeine. You
caffeine
could tell she was very
and the
shaken.
truth.
And at the end of her
The truth shall
minutes,
set you
like,
free.
she wasn't
These
quite
are
done.
Nazis.
And she doesn't even know
Remember,
these,
anybody
like,
who
the
goes
whole
into
how it
another
is, you know,
person's
the rules
property and
yet. Like,
scribes
it was
a
total-
swastika in it is a
Ross
Nazi.
Shields of all people,
And they deserve to have their
okay, she's
face
running a
bashed
meeting
in.
today. Like, threatened to kill her. Not kill her. Threatened to kick her out, and was so cold.
That's what
and
Nazis
rude.
do.
And so I waited till all the public comment was
Okay,
over.
Nazis
and I told
do
her
that.
off, and she had me kicked out.
Okay, that's what Nazis do.
Why? What happened with that? I
My
missed
apologies
it.
for not looking
I heard
into
it though. I heard them
this
talk
earlier,
about it.
but, I think the overall item is okay. I do not like 27A. If folks can read that amendment in front of
I wish they'd do that. I wish I could get somebody doing that to my car.
Consultation and community
They
engagement.
wait for no cop to come.
Look, I think as the city of Los Angeles,
You're getting mopped up. We're getting mopped up. You're getting
Oh,
splashed.
good for him for pushing
You're getting
it out.
splashed with the gun, and then you're getting fucking mopped up.
what we've seen is
You can get that mace gun in your
Kick you out
face.
too?
lanes, bike lanes that are just
Ah!
you want to look at
Whoa!
some streets in my neighborhood. We're working very diligently, and then we get to other.
You could have used
council
my
offices,
name.
It looks very different, not necessarily because of the folks.
Oh, so they didn't
Rather
even
hear
call
them.
me either? Oh, wow. They're scoundrels.
They only needed 30 minutes.
Get mopped
They're
up.
scoundrels.
Clack!
Now, are the afternoon ones
All you go here.
council?
Thank you, mace
I don't-
gun.
Well, because I'm probably going to leave, though, to go.
A great product.
Laura wants to maybe protest the blue building. And so Bob's going to he does everything at the end. So it's going to be like 5 o'clock. And then it's not going to be worth it for that one meeting.
No bear mace, just a regular one. But it's a gun. It's not a, it's an actual mace gun.
Thanks. Yeah, because I want to go to Public Works. And ethics is tomorrow. Tomorrow's really important.
Hey again, Douglas.
1.
Oh, tomorrow 1 p.m. Okay, yeah, that's so I'll assign you. Just you.
Been watching them Glorious Bastards. That's a good movie.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody got screwed.
Likely. I mean,
Spindler
if it
got
changes,
screwed.
I'll
3-inch
just-
Shrimp got
I'll
screwed.
let you know, but probably just me.
Audit LA got screwed because they got
I have to
screwed.
wait here till like 2, and then it'd be 5 before I speak. I'd rather
Right?
go be with her and protest because I don't know if you watched what
What's up,
happened to me
Taiji?
on Easter Sunday
Taco Tuesday.
with your ex-Colt.
Thank you, Sky
I
Queen.
had
Appreciate
to to call the cops, and they had to escort me through because there was a lot of illegal activity.
Yeah, my mom's really the only thing that keeps me here. Other than that, I'd be gone.
That's not that was just the. that
I'd
was just
be
the
gone
beginning.
like a
the
fart
real
in the
protest
wind.
Wasn't the planters. That's the getting you in, for them to, like my theory was that
All right, everybody.
if they're not going to, when you can see them not doing anything about ADA noncompliance and breaking federal rules, if they're not going to get rid of the planners, do you think they're really going to go into that building and rescue children and seniors? You know what I'm saying? So that was just the beginning. That's just, and then we're
Yeah,
going
Spindler
on.
there.
It's
I mean,
far from over.
Herman was there flicking them off.
Good. I'll play it back on Smoke and Scan to see what.
Thank you, Chef.
What's good? I mean, well, when you get, because he needs to, because when you come all the time.
Yeah, they all got
you
jacked.
you're
That's
angry,
how I told you. And
feel
because
like
they
less
got
need
jacked,
to yell.
she got jacked.
But
If they would have been
that's what I'm saying, but if
talking,
he-
she would have came
if he
in.
starts
She would have
coming
been
all the
just in
time,
time. They probably would have jacked her
you
like
got
they
it
did
out
last
of the systems,
time.
Because it builds up.
Take
and
the
you
mic
come,
from
you
her
gotta blow up
again.
on him. You know what I mean? Because
Move to South Carolina, it's too humid.
He'll. I'm coming here.
It's too humid in the Carolinas, man. Y'all got that humidity. I mean, I like it for the thunderstorms, the lightning. 'Cause we don't get that, man.
Really? Oh, wow.
I geek out on thunder and lightning because we just don't get a whole lot of it here. I'm telling you, no joke. Maybe in decades, over 4+ decades
So now with the police, if I got kicked out, can I
Okay.
start next week?
of living here, I've experienced maybe 3
They were kicking out,
good thunderstorms and lightning,
Catholic
like where there was actual thunder and lightning.
The one who about the noise
Maybe.
at the Catholic Church.
Maybe that many.
Yeah.
And that's why I loved, when we go, when I'd go out with Steph.
They're about to kick out Laura.
You're in all these different places. I remember we were in New Mexico, and there was a crazy one, and I was just sitting there, rolled the joint up, watched it for fucking, I don't know, a half hour, watching all the fucking lightning bolts and the rain rolling through. It was nice. I like it.
Whatever name you want.
I just don't get to see it. So I enjoy it. I know you guys are like, You know, it's old hat to you guys because you've seen it all the time. I've only seen hail three times in my entire life here.
I can't see what's
Three
going on.
times. From a fucking baby to right now. 3 times I've seen
Yeah,
hail.
it's in my thing.
And
I'm
none of it was bigger than a pea.
discombobulated today.
Like pea-size hail. Never seen that shit like you guys have where it's like a marble or a golf ball. I've never seen none of that. That don't happen here. It doesn't happen here.
Ernst and Turkey says you have a truly great voice.
Fubar, I don't know.
Who gave the subs?
I don't know, Fubar. I'd maybe move to, like I said, Vegas would probably be a, you know, because I've lived there for 9 months before for work. I enjoyed it. You know, it's close to where I'm at. It's not as bad. You know, it's better on the taxes. And it's one place that I could say that no matter where my friends are at, whether it's New York, Texas, LA, wherever, they all seem to go to Vegas every few years for something. Whether it's a concert or a convention, because, you know, all the conventions are there, you know, a sporting event, or just to go gamble. You know, again, we can go gamble at an Indian casino, but, I mean, it's not the same. And that's why people that really want to gamble, they'll go to the Indian casino. The people that really like the real gambling experience, they're going to take the time to go to Vegas. You know what I mean? And at least I know that I could be home quick. I mean, it's a 47-minute flight. It's fucking 4.5-hour drive. You know? Never been to Area 51. I'd go. It'd be fun. Go get in trouble with the white trucks. But other than that, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to go to a place that rains, you know, somewhat. I like the rain. I like legal weed, or at least decriminalized. No real craps. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying, Sir Westo. It's just not the same. So, not to mention, I went to one of those casinos once, and they stole a pipe out of my car. My friend had this really sick ass handmade glass Lakers pipe with the Lakers emblems like in it, like real, not like all done, look like a 2-year-old did it at fucking midnight kind of shit. No, I don't know how they did it. They made like impressions of the real logos and then stamped them in there under the glass, you know. It was dope. It was all purple and gold, you know, lining in it. Although it's clear, you could see through it. And it was nice, like one of those ones you could knock somebody out with it. We had it in the center console. We parked the car, you know, the valet, and these fools stole it. So that sucked. Went to security. They said, "Are you really trying to have a stolen report for your marijuana pipe?" I said, "Yeah, because you guys took it out of the car, and it shouldn't be. You should be checked. I want to see the videotape." Went back and forth with them, and my friends was like, "Fuck it, let's just go." We just left. Fuck that. So after that, they lost my business. Those thieving valet that they got over at the Indian casino. I'm good. Yeah, you didn't miss much, Art. It wasn't that great of a day today. No, Dad. I had the car valeted. The valet fucking Parker stole it. I know they did because we put it right in there right as we parked. I'm talking about a friend that I've known since high school, so he's not going to lie to me. I'm not going to tell you it didn't happen when it happened. And I'm pretty sure they don't fly and don't walk away. So it only leaves one thing that could have possibly happened. They saw a nice car come in. They parked at valet. They went right into the fucking center console, which is right at their elbow. Saw it, grabbed it, and that was that. Oh, this fool ain't going to say nothing. It's a pipe. Like, is he stupid enough to say something? He's not that stupid. Damon, rename a street in Vegas, Figueroa. I'm sure they have one. Rich, I bet you there's a Figueroa in every town. It's like MLK. Like every city's got an MLK. Every city has a Figueroa street. Now, most of them probably are small streets and not like Figueroa here where it's a really long street. Well, that's a pretty gross photo. Like, really? That's the one you guys chose? You chose the one of homie baptizing his feet? Come here, my Nigerian immigrant friend. Let me wash your feet. Let me take a picture as I wash his feet. It'll make me seem as though I care. Or you care. You cared a lot about making sure that those priests weren't in trouble for what they did to those kids. That's what you cared a lot about. Mm-hmm. That's the pic they chose? Just say it. Pretty gross. Homeboy needed some fucking Vaseline or whatever for those feet. Some intensive care, lotion. For them joints a long time. Like he rubbed the entire heel off. His heel's like gone. Bro's been walking through the dirt. No shoes on for years. Earthing, isn't that how they call it nowadays? Earthing? Oh, you be earthing, huh? Smell it, smell it, smell it. Now take it. Is that what he's doing it to him right there?
Smell it, smell it, smell it. Now take it.
Oh!
If you smell,
You stink.
oh Jesus, what's that smell, man?
I think a homeless man used it as a toilet and moved on. Oh, shit. Gotta love it. I don't remember that, Sky Queen. Those are things that I don't watch. And if, God forbid, I had to see it like this, I rub it out of my memory. Apparently, they want you to see it, though. They ain't moved off this screenshot. I'm still got a fucking APB and Amber Alert out on this man's top lip. Like, where's homie's top lip? On the right. Where's his top lip? Now he got something growing. Got a shank growing over there. I mean, we need to put out a search party for his top lip because it's gone, bro. Maybe he bit it off? I mean, I'm just looking at it right now. It's like completely evenly sheared. It's like some, you know those paper cutters? Like, shh. You know what I mean? The long ones you put the paper in. Shh. It's like somebody did that with his lip. Shh. And it's just a even, clean cut. And it's just gone. I don't know where it went, but it's gone. It clicked its heels twice and went back to Africa. The lip is now gone. He's Tyrone. Oh, that was a disgusting one, JC. The fucking, when they did the Fear Factor. He's Tyrone. He's Tyrone. All right, enough of staring at his fucking feet because it really is kind of gross. Might as well listen to Audit LA. Whoop, no. See what she's doing.
Huh? That'd be good.
I'm going to link you the page to Audit LA so you can click like and subscribe on her page. There you go, right there. There's a link to her page that you're watching right here. Hair lip. That what it's called?
Why don't you tell them if they hire you, you'll work at half the pay and save them some budget.
I think you should. I think
No,
Free
you
and
did
Shrimp should
great,
be
Laura.
LAPD.
Laura, I'm gonna, Laura, tell me where to
Didn't
go
my
first.
wife
'Cause
work
I'll
in
go
the
to both.
court
Like
of
seriously, I'll go to
family law?
both. Tell me which one to
wife
go.
told
Tell me
the
right now
judge-
which one to go to
told the
first.
judge his husband was not employed. He makes 10 a week.
I can't. And I got myself booted off. I can't
she
stream
wants her
on
percentage?
TikTok either. I got kicked off.
Why? Why you were banned on TikTok?
Because they said that I was doing, because I was like, I think they thought I was talking against Jesus, but I wasn't. I was talking about against the
I don't
hypocrisy.
get what you're saying, Richard. I'm reading it a second time. Oh, wife told the judge his husband was not
Okay, all right, yeah, let me go head out there. So even if I get a few minutes, okay, I gotta go pee and then I'm gonna leave. All right, so hopefully tomorrow you'll sign me up to Public Works too?
I love how they have a whole little community now, signing each other up and all that good mess. SoCal fire victims. I'm gonna. Holy shit! So this is how you memorialize the fire victims. Not a little segment when you light some candles. You just put their names up with a cut and paste with some sorry ass fucking GIF. Holy shit! Is this shit for real, bro? Oh, dude, we really are living in some like, fucking. It's Truman Show. We're living in some sort of social experiment for the aliens or something. We, like I always said before, we're the alien ant farm. You think of an ant farm, we're the ants. And they're looking down at us the way you would look at an ant farm. And you watch the ants do their thing. It's the same thing here. How did she go pee? She goes pissed like everybody else. What are you talking? That's gross. Come on. Don't be mean. Click like and subscribe on our page. That's what you should be worrying about. Right there. That's what you should be worrying about. We're in the Matrix. See, I don't even know because I don't watch the Matrix. I ain't seen it. Because I ain't seen it. Oh, and these ones they couldn't fit on. So here, you guys. Bro, holy shit. I mean, do they see the things they do and thought, okay, well, that's great. That's fine. We're going to honor all the idiots and all this worthless baby gay and indigiqueer and all that. Give them 10, 15 minutes to come in here and do a drum dance and all that shit. But these folks, you couldn't get 15 or 20 live candles and just light them and have like a priest come in and light them. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's probably what I would have done. Played a little soft music. I don't know. It's just craziness. These people are fucking crazy, bro. Like, not only are they communists, but they're straight up crazy. Like, mentally gone, brainwashed tools. That's it. Bro, I know, Sam, and, most of the time, if you went into a circle and said, hey, have you guys ever heard of baby gay? They'd think, well, like, huh? And they'd look at you weird and like, huh? That's gross, bro. What are you talking about? Yet you have an entire organization that's circled around it. Jesus Christ. Maps is all I can say. Maps. Yes, that's what they did yesterday, Herdy. That's what the mayor told you. Because of the tariffs is another reason why they're $1 billion in deficit. Even though during the fiscal year last year he wasn't president, and even this year, as he has been, what is he, 90 days in? Something like that? Maybe a little more? About 90 days. Maybe a little more. And you do realize that even for the last, let's just say 150 that he's been in. Let's just say, but it hasn't been. But let's just say. You do realize that for the first 100 of the 150, there had been no tariffs yet. People are mad at tariffs. They're mad at people. They're mad at the people trying to help out in America and get even after us getting butt fucked by all these countries for fucking years. They're not mad about, they're mad, yet they don't realize that he's going to help their kids out. So when their little kids are adults, okay, they'll have a better world. They won't be in such debt. They shouldn't be have a overtaxing in the sense that we do, the way they overtax us. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. People, I really feel these folks are just gone. They're gone. They're gone. I don't care what anybody tells me. They're gone. There is no talking with them. There is no nothing with them. Bar's dead, bro. I guess no daytime drinking on Tuesday. There's a couple. Oh, shit. Some dudes from the Navy. Chick, too. Let's go. Some midshipmen. That's cool. Couple sailors in town. Dang, look at her.
All right.
Boy, she got some knockers. Dow's up 903. Are they crying about that too? I lost all my money. Oligarchs. Elon. Tesla. Is it Fleet Week? Oh man, if it's Fleet Week, shit, yeah. I have a lot of sailors around here. Well, not here, but Long Beach, I'm guessing. I have a lot of them down there. Well, there's some knockers too. It's Knocker Tuesday. What up, Cool Roy? Let's go. See, Roy, they hate it when I'm right. You know, and it's really not because I'm right or wrong. It's more of the delivery is what I've really assessed. It's the way I say things. It's how I say it, not what I'm saying in a sense. Maybe I come off condescending. I don't know. You know, but it is what it is. I have my delivery. They have theirs. You know, yeah. So I just say that it's, you know, it's a weird world we're living in, man. It really is. Times are strange. Times are tough and weird. You know, and a lot of times we're so caught up about ourselves and, you know, realistically you need to realize about the future and what you leave for the kids. How bad is it going to be for the kids? Had you let the last regime continue on and waste all that more money, where would we be? At some point in time, you'd just be like, fuck it, we're here. Now we have to have layoffs and everything else. It's just like LA City, just like the mayor. I think she said, how many layoffs did they, how many said, were they saying? I think they said it in this morning. There was 1,600, more than 1,600 layoffs included in the LA mayor's proposed budget aimed at closing nearly $1 billion deficit. Okay, 1,600 plus people about to lose their jobs. 1,600. Yet we're still giving away the stupid fucking frames. We're still lighting up City Hall at $400 or $500 a night. How about we stop right there? The waste just right there. I know it's not a lot, but dude, every 1,000 counts at this point. $1,000 could go to pay a vendor that hasn't been paid for a while, and I'm sure they'd like their 1,000. Or you owe them 15 and they'll take 1,000 just to get out of here and never do business with us again because they know how hard it is to get paid. That's real.
Smoke.
Yeah, status. I mean, I gotta be who I am. I mean, otherwise it's a facade. It's no different than any of these people putting on a show for you. They don't like that they spin the narrative and I spin it back. They don't like that. They want the good little boy, the good little girl. That's what I keep telling you. They want puppets. Whether you're just a constituent or whether you're someone working with them. They want the puppet. You know, and that's the problem. That's it right there. They want the knee benders, and there's so many people that are willing to bend the knee that have been so brainwashed. And, you know, the cycle continues on. People don't want to look in the mirror. You know what I mean? They don't. They don't ever want to say, hey, you know what? I am the problem. I'm a part of the problem. Let's fix that. They don't want to do that. That never happens. Thank you, Brandon. Yeah, that's just the way I look at it. I really do. It is what it is. It's too hard to be fake anyways. Yeah, because you're keeping up a fucking facade. And that's it. You know, we're in a world where people are hurt by words. Words are hurtful to so many folks. Well, I mean, again, this is America, at least where I'm at. I know you might be watching me from some other place. But here, you have the right to turn it on or turn it off. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to like it. That's what America is about. Giving me the choice and the freedom to do as I please. That's it. You know? And that's really the way it boils down to. That's what it boils down to. You know what I mean? Sheep, yes. Brainwashing. Hey, sold a card. Want soda. Facts over feelings. That's it. And people are angry. You know? That's just it. I'll continue to be me. They'll continue to be them. And we'll be where we'll be. I'll be dead, and everything that they have and do will continue to be the same on their end. They'll continue to complain and blame other people for their mishaps or problems when they just need to look in the mirror. That's it. Just look in the mirror. That's all. Eamon, I invite everyone to look back to 2022 and 3 LA election. I predicted the in 2025. The what? I think you missed something there, Richard. Richard been hitting that good weed. Hey, Richard, don't be holding out. Let me get some of that. I know you got some good. You got that Serrano OG and shit. What's up, Pete? It's good to see you, bud. See, now Pete's country is cooked. Poor Pete is living in a place now where literally if you said to somebody, hey, speak English, that's considered a hate crime. Telling a foreigner to, hey, speak English when they're speaking another language to you is a hate crime in the UK. You can be arrested for it. Okay? You go onto your Facebook and tell them, oh, I don't like these people here or there. And I mean, not even saying slurs. We're not even talking about slurs at all. Just saying that you don't like them is enough to get a door knock from the police and have you arrested. I mean, I feel like Pete's place is cooked. I'm glad that I went over there when I did. You know, I experienced England for 7 days. We were in London. That's a long time, a whole week in London. And not to mention we came back later, but the initial time, you know what I mean? And bro, England is going to be so different in 25 years. The kids that are being born today, when they are 25, holy smokes. It's gonna be so different. You know, Pete will be gone, I'll be gone, we'll probably all be gone. But the face of those places will be completely different. The Queen and her family and all those folks, the royal family won't be living in Buckingham Palace anymore. I'll leave it at that. You'll have other people living in Buckingham Palace. And it won't be the Queen or any of her descendants. Maybe, Kelly. Maybe. I mean, when I was in London, it was already like that. I mean, I told you, Stefan and I had donairs like 2-3 nights in a row. That was then in 2017. Was that 8 years ago? So I was there 8 years ago. I mean, it's a long time ago, but not that long. But a lot's changed in this world in the last 8 years, hasn't it? Even in the last 4 years, your whole life has completely changed. Really, since 2019, literally since October of 2019, you didn't even realize it in October of 2019, but then was the hook. They hooked it all up then. That was when they started to pull and you didn't realize it because we were just all living it. So for these last 5 years, we've been on the hook, getting pulled, reeled in. And some places way worse than others. You know, in my state here, it was way worse than the rest of you in the country. We stayed, you know, with the bullshit lockdowns and shit like that longer than any of you guys. And the forced, all the forced bullshit, you know what I mean? And that opened up the floodgates for everything else. Oh, they're going to comply. Look, the majority complied. Okay, so when we tell them this is bad and this is bad, they'll comply too. Let's just inject all the agenda now. Jesus.
All right.
Jesus. Europe is finished. Yeah, lots of places there, but not everywhere in Europe. Trust me, there's some folks like Poland. Poland ain't going nowhere. You're gonna have to kill them, and they ain't gonna stand for that shit. Them Polish folks they're gonna fight you tooth and nail. So that ain't happening. So there are some places, not a whole lot, but there are some that have come to their senses. Paris, France, oh yeah. France will be gone. You know, as far as the UK, I mean, Brand, you know, you got to look at England being overran, and then you got to look at what's happening in Ireland too. You know, which is back in Europe, but you know, Ireland ain't having good times either. Look what all the trouble. What's his name's got himself into? The fighter guy. God damn it! I see his Conor McGregor. I mean, speaking out, he's got himself in a lot of trouble. Because again, just speaking about it is a bad thing. You have no freedom of speech there. There's no Bill of Rights in any of those fucking countries. That's why you got to realize how beautiful, you know, our country is. Really is. As much as I loved seeing all the culture and all these other places that were way older than us, it was still beautiful to be back here. And I appreciate being here and the freedoms that we still do have. I'm not telling you we're completely free. There's no such thing as a society where you're just completely free of everything. That doesn't exist. And when you realize how clamped down some of these other countries are, you'll then appreciate the freedoms you do have in this country. And hopefully your particular state. Even though my state, I tell you all the time, it's pretty calm. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ, what's going on? My God, Billy. Must be beach ball day. You learn to love it. You appreciate everything when you come back. You enjoy the travels. You enjoy the sights, the culture, the people. But when you get back, you realize this is truly still the place to be. Really is. Yeah, Brandon, remember, this is a gay bar, though. Love how people tell me that. Why on earth would you have so many women so well endowed in fucking bikinis serving drinks to gay guys? I mean, yeah. Stop it. Just stop it. Yeah, no, it's 2:46 there, so it's 2:46 in the afternoon in beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So bright you can't even see the street. I mean the sand across the street. The beach is right there. Bass, thank you for another one. I appreciate your bass player.
Excellent.
France died the day a bunch of insane leftists took Louis XIV's head. Yeah. The good old French Revolution. Yeah. I mean, I just think, I just think that the face of a lot of countries are going to look way different in the next 30 years. They're in full swing right now. I mean, Canada too. So, and don't think it ain't happening here, because it is. It's going to take longer here, because all the knee benders, or most of them, got kicked out, so now they don't have any power. So it's a lot tougher for them to make the moves they want. Let's just say they don't win again. They lose back to back. That would be dreadful to them. Because again, they need to get back as fast as they can to continue and reinstate the agenda. Even in Mexico. Yeah. Mexico's got a lot of problems, man. Beautiful place, beautiful people, but The government's way too corrupt. There's too many people that have their hands in the cookie jar. Wow, Kat, thank you for another.
Sheesh.
Impressive.
Let's go. Oh, gnarly. Thank you, Kat, for another one. Spring break. Is it still spring break, Kat? I don't know if I know what you're saying. I never really went out on spring break myself. But is it spring break right now or no? Are they back in school? Anybody know? So yeah, it's that's the problem with Mexico. The cartels control everything, whether they want to admit it or not. They're way too powerful. They're the monster that they created in a sense, and now it's got out of hand, and they can't bring the monsters back, and they have too much power and too much reach, and that's really what it is. And a lot of the people live in fear there. They don't say it, but they do. They can't just go out and have fun and not have to worry about being in the crossfire of some cartel shooting or whatever. It's a dangerous place in some places. Now, again, a lot of that is what you see on the news, and 9 days out of 10, nothing really happens, and it's a good time. But I think that there is obviously still danger there. And if you're somebody who's wealthy and maybe not, of Mexican descent, you might be in more danger, so to speak, especially if they know you're, well off. And it also depends on where in Mexico you're at. If you're in Mexico City, I don't think any of that's happening. I think if you're actually all the way down there, you're good. I think it's more the border towns and stuff that you have to worry about. It's their version of country law. They control that shit. They control the border. They control what goes in and what comes out, whatever. Power, man. Power, bruh. So that's the problem with Mexico, in my opinion. If you got all the ties out of there to the government and the corrupt politicians and the cartels, you have a pretty nice place. People would have, maybe even be thriving again, where they make good money and a bigger living wage. I mean, China's going through a lot of that now, thanks to the tariffs, which is good. Sinaloa is cooked. I don't know. Mazatlan. Yeah, that's more, like I said, those are more of the touristy kind of places. Acapulco, Mazatlan, port towns. Can you just walk into Mexico? Sure. Pretty sure you can still just walk in there. Now, with everything that's gone on, you may have to show ID, but sure, you can walk in. It's people that go in and out every day for work. They live in Mexico, but they come here to work. They go home at night. That happens all the time with thousands of people. That's why it sucks to have to come out sometimes. If you're trying to leave, going in the morning, it's not usually the best. And most people want to leave just to, go home already. And those lines can be crazy. You know what I mean? Still walk across, but you have to show ID, right, Kat? I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, Christian, they love what pays the bills, you know what I mean? And the problem is there's not a whole lot of commerce in Mexico, and the American companies have come down there, and other companies too, not just American, like AC Delco, things like that, Chevrolet. They've come down there and opened up factories there and stuff like that. But then again, most of them are getting better pay than they normally would, but they're still being exploited. I assure you, AC Delco and Chevrolet aren't paying top dollar to these folks. They're certainly not paying them what they would be paying American workers across the border. No way. Ain't happening. So you pay them a third of the wage. They work the same, right? Same hours for a third of the wage and get the job done. And there's how you save your money. You do? Okay. Thank you, Ken. Guacamole, yes, question mark. Of course guacamole. Who don't like guacamole? Shit. Thing about guacamole is you gotta eat it kind of quick. It browns quick, and yeah. It's gotta be fresh. Fresh guac. Have I been to TJ? Yes, Electric. I've been to Rosarito and TJ. Did the whole spring break thing one time with my friends. But I wasn't on, like, spring break. It was during the time, but I wasn't on, you know what I mean? I wasn't in school. I guess I should just say. I was already a working dude. Decided to go down there with some friends, hang out for a couple days, come back. Go to Papa's and Beer and Senior Frogs. And it's a fun little place. You know, you could go and have fun and eat some good food for, you know, a small amount of money. You know, it's nice. That's the great thing about Mexico. It's close and it's affordable. It's not one of these places where you have to have like 10 grand or whatever, 5 grand, 10 grand to have a good time. You have a killer time with $1,000. You have a great time. You know? Buy yourself a couple little trinkets, get all the food you want, stay in a nicer hotel. So, yeah. What am I going to do for Stinks' birthday? I don't know. I don't think anything special. I figured I was going to go get him some treats from Petco because I need to get him some litter and stuff. So I figured I'd get him that. Get him some treats, maybe give him a toy, and, you know, sing him happy birthday. I don't know. Or a birthday hat. I don't know. Other than that, I don't know what to say. Stop sending money to Mexico. I don't send money to Mexico. If you're talking about other people, I mean, I understand that too. You know, a lot of people do work here and they send the money back. But at least when they're here and they buy small shit, at least you're making tax on, you know, the Pepsi Cola they just bought, the 2-liter bottle. So they do contribute in some sense, but I do get what you're saying. A lot of people do take the money and send it back. I mean, that's the whole advantage, right? If I'm making $100 in a day, I might make, no joke, $100 in 3 days working over there. So what I make working hard in 3 days, I make in 1 day here. So it's an attractive thing. So yeah, there is that. My 420 was good, Spark. Just chilled, hung out, you know. I went to dinner with my friends and enjoyed that and enjoyed some bags. You know, shot the shit, just talking. That was really it. It was nice to enjoy the day and not have to, like, you know, do shit. You know, because 420 out here is pretty lame. Not too many good things to do. What's up, Richie? The only thing that comes out of England is our good... Oh, yeah, music, you know, for sure. I mean, you guys used to make some good cars. But not anymore. Jaguar's done. That shit's cooked. You guys used to make some good cars. But, yeah. You guys definitely... Most of the greatest bands have come from England, for sure. Fish and chips sounds good. Yeah. Went to this place in Ireland, in Dublin, called Leo Burdock's, and it was like 103 or 104 years old then. So now it's almost a 110-year-old fish and chip place. And you go in there and like every celebrity is on the wall, that from Jay Leno to Snoop Dogg, all at that place eating fish and chips. So it's one of those places where you kind of just got to stop in and try it, you know, just to check out and see what all the craze is about. Say you ate at a place that's over 100 years old, because you don't do that very often. It's very rare that you're going to eat at a restaurant that's been there 100 years or more. They pay into Social Security that they can't collect. How are they paying into Social Security? I mean, if they're not legal, they shouldn't have a Social Security card, right? If they just have a work visa, unless they're issuing them a Social Security card along with a visa, would prove that they'd be voting. If they have a Social Security card, they can vote, right? Tangle web we weave, huh? So I don't know. They may be doing that. Just, is what it is, I guess. Baked brownies at 420. Yeah, I'll leave the bacon to the pros. I'm just the pro eater. I'll just be eating them. Eating the brownies, not cooking the brownies. They have a taxpayer ID number. You get Social Security and you're 193. That's too funny. You know, I'm all for, like I said, the Doge, finding out everything in the waste. I'm all for it. Let's get it. Cut it all out. What I'm angry about is that there's never any arrests. You find all this, but there's never a trail to who did that, who okayed it, and shouldn't they be going to jail for whatever, even possibly treason? Shouldn't that be? Shouldn't they be go to a, embezzlement charges, possibly federal charges? I mean, I don't know. I just feel like you're telling me all this is happening. Great. It's awesome. I want it all to be found out. But I also want some arrests to happen. I want some people busted for it. Because I jaywalk and I get put in jail for 4 days. These people steal billions of dollars for trans opera in fucking Brazil. And they get nothing. Like, when is that going to happen? That's what I'm saying, Taiji. Who's they? Who is they? Because I hear about all this waste. Well, there had to have been somebody that was making the waste happen. Wasn't the Whopper, was it? Was it a computer issuing all this shit and we don't know it? I mean, if it's the computer, let's disconnect that motherfucker. I'll pull out the hard drive and baseball bat it like they did in Office Space. Okay? I mean, I see the TPS reports, but I don't see nobody in trouble. Okay? We know that they was taking a penny at a time. Why don't the people get in trouble for taking the penny at a time? If you know what I mean. When is that going to happen? That's what I'm saying. There has been yet to be anybody that's gotten in trouble for anything. Nothing. Whole lot of talk, but not a whole lot of fucking arrests. I want to see more arrests and less talk. But that's just me. I know I'm probably a dick for saying that. And that's just it. Enough of the TPS reports. We get it. We know that they've been stealing for decades. We get it. So when did these people go to jail? It's like the whole P. Diddy shit. You heard about this, that, and the other. Where's the Epstein list? What happened to that? Weren't they supposed to release that? What happened to that? Can't even publicly shame them, much less bring them to some sort of a trial, some sort of court of law and charge them with anything. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm all for the Doge. I'm all for that cut and shit. I'm all for bringing America back financially, fiscally. I want some arrests. I want shit happening. So, again, why do I want that? Because that will show that you mean business, and then when the next fools come and do that shit, they'll be, well, wait a minute. Those fucking guys got busted, and they're in jail for 15 years. I don't want to go to jail for 15 years, so I'm not going to do that. Otherwise, it's going to keep happening. Hey, look, everybody's done it. They didn't get in trouble. Well, fuck, we're not going to get in trouble either. So here we are. Here we are. Yeah, well, I guess, Christian. Good luck finding all that out. Who's the storyteller? That's all I say. Who's telling you the story? Who's the storyteller? And why has nobody got in trouble? Shit, I went over to this bar and took a goddamn Corona. I'd go to jail for a week. Goddamn week in a prison. In a jail, rather. For a Corona. And still have to do like 100 hours of community service and a restitution fine. So, pretty bummed about that. Kash Patel was all talk, I feel. Well, how much have you seen him fucking do anything to anybody? Have you seen him do anything to one motherfucker? Just saying. It's all talk. It's all a show. Because if it wasn't, and you really had the goods on all these people, there'd be arrests happening. And I don't doubt that there's tons of fraud and waste, but let's prove it by seeing some incarceration. I want to see people arrested. I don't want to see probation and, no. People need to go to jail. Go to prison, rather, not jail, prison. Just like all of us. Any of you in the chat room had done any of that, you'd be in jail. You'd be in prison. Same with myself. Somehow, some way, you caught all of it, but nobody's gotten busted for anything. It's kind of funny like that. And either they've decided to not make it a witch hunt like it was to that dude, right? He got the witch hunt after him. So he said, I'm just going to stop it without arresting everybody. That might be the ploy. I don't know. Just to be, the bigger man in that sense. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't care at this point. I want to see people go to jail. A Gitmo? Well, show me that they're going to Gitmo. I want to see them in a cell there. I want a private person who has nothing to do with them. Allow a YouTuber like me to come over there and live film it. Then I'll believe it. Until then, it's all a soundstage in Van Nuys. Like lots of other things NASA has shown you over the years. And all the other bullshit you've seen. Old porn soundstage that isn't being used anymore because of the condom law. And they're filming it for you. And good old Michael Bay taking care of it all, making it look realistic. All right, guys. I'm out of here. It's good to see you guys. I'm going to give today's show maybe a 4, not even a strong one. Now, on the communism scale, I'm going to give you a good 9 on the communism scale for cutting out 2 people just because they didn't tell you the names, and then you knew the name was on there, but yet you chose still not to call them because you're a fucking communist pig. And they should be treated as such. I will be live tonight for a normal Taco Tuesday Crime Wave party. Hopefully you have time to join us. If not, I understand. Keep the notifications on because we do have plenty of time left here in the pocket. I will see you guys later tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific time. So again, just to the time zone. Thank you for the likes, the love. Thank you for all the donos. You were super generous. Thank you, Travel Guide. Thank you, Kat, for the big ones also. I will see you guys in a little bit. Thank you for the likes, the love, the thumbs ups. Work and they're free. And on behalf of both Stink Bomb who ain't here and myself, I'm out of here.
This party is officially over.
Yeah, you guys. I'm going home.